What's up, fight fans? This is Anthony, aka I know everything about boxing. Pretty much, let me go ahead and break it down. We got Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know the late great Julio Cesar Chavez, his father, who is in my eyes, in the top three best Mexican boxers of all time. So like I said, the pride of Mexico versus the pride of Ireland, John Duddy. John Duddy, he's a very, very, very polished fighter, but at the same time, he has a lot to prove. Just like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Everybody thinks that Julio is, not as good as his father, and he has to live up to expectations. Is he really strong, or has he been facing weak opposition? And it's questionable. I want to see how he can do against to me, John Duddy is a class B plus fighter. I want to see what he can do, pretty much. I mean, he's been facing people that, in my eyes, I know he can knock out. He has the skills. He's been boxing for a long time. So, like I said, I expect Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. to win this fight, and there's nothing else to it than that. I mean, nothing else. John Duddy, if he does win to boost his career, you beat a humongous name, period. I mean, point blank, period. This fight will take place June 26, 2010. Let me break it down. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he boxes orthodox, and John Duddy, from what I know, he boxes orthodox too. So they're going to be going up against each other, trying to see who has the better jab, who can really establish the opposition, and who can be first. That's what boxing pretty much is all about. Who is ever first and who's really showing that they want it. From what I know, this fight is going to be in Texas, so it could be favoring Julio. I'm not sure, but you never know. It's in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome, so you can pretty much say that. So, like I said, let me break down the records. 41 wins, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., 0 losses, 41 total fights done, and 30 knockouts. Very impressive, but we're going to see if he can, really show he can knock out or even, just outbox a pretty good boxer like John Duddy. John Duddy, 29 wins. He's only lost one time, and it's to a pretty good fighter. It wasn't a straight bum. And, 30 total fights and 18 knockouts. So it's going to be a pretty good fight. It shouldn't be no, boring fight. Julio's been trained by they call him the Great because of Manny Pacquiao, Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach has so many, boxers under his, at the wild card anyway, that he's going to make sure that he teaches Julio the same thing he teaches most of his fighters, just like Vanes, Rosen, the Armenian fighter. I saw him fight, and he does exactly what Pacquiao does, and all the rest of them, Jose Benavidez Jr., they all use that squirt as like a perfect box. I know it sounds crazy, but when they box, they make sure every time they hit a corner that they're coming straight down, and then they're coming straight across, straight down, straight across, straight down, straight across, in a straight perfect square when they box. They never really have their back against the ropes. That lets you know that you're a ring general and you're keeping the fight in close. So you have to have a very good mindset when you do box like that. Instead of being the more defensive fighter, your actual defense is when you're moving. You're constantly moving, and you're moving your head and just having a stiff, steady jab. That's what Freddie teaches his fighters to do. And most of his fighters at his gym are combination punchers. So trust me, he's gonna, whatever Julio had in the beginning, he's just gonna tweak up about 100%. So like I said, I expect a great fight. Julio, I have the prediction pretty much work him down to about the ninth round, and it'll be pretty much over from there. He's gonna hit him with a right, if I'm not mistaken, a right uppercut, or it's just gonna be a TKO stoppage from John Duddy bleeding so much. That's what I have, and you guys tell me what you think. Do you think he's really worthy of being undefeated, because he's been facing so much questionable opposition, supposedly, when it comes to Julio? And what do you think John Duddy would do? Let me know. This is Ant reporting.